Hello, my fellow lazy drunk calamities. I hope you're doing well because I am. First of all, yes, I am a bit red. It is because I made the unforgivable mistake of going outside in August. And second of all, I wanted to make a rat update because the girls passed away, sadly. Agathe passed away first. She died after I played play for the second time. And 𝕮𝖆𝖚 died a little after recording 𝕮𝖎𝖕𝖚. So right now I only have boys and here they are. Don't worry, I'm gonna show them to you. This is 𝕮𝖎𝖕, the biggest boy of them all. And a very, very good boy. Next, we have Felix. Here it is. Then we are gonna have Rick. Do not worry, he is a very vocal rat, so you're probably gonna hear him scream. He's not in pain, he's just a little scaredy rat. You say nothing? Really? Nothing to say? And last but not least, Morty, the baby of the family. He's my smallest boy. Yes, my baby. Look at him. He's so small. Funny thing, they are all brothers from the same parents, same litter, so all brothers, same age, but we have a huge size gap between 𝕮𝖎𝖕, the biggest, the chief, the alpha, and Morty. I'm gonna show them together. This is the big one. Look at the size difference between these two. This one is 200 grams heavier than Morty. Hi. My sunburned skin doesn't really like the little rat claws. But look at that. I love them both. They are my favorite. Anyway, I'm gonna put them back in their cage and we're gonna start the fun. And I'm back, and yes, the boys had a treat for their insane bravery. Also, I didn't tell you, but yesterday while I was out, I bought 2 jams to commemorate, I guess, 𝕮𝖚𝖚 and Agathe. So this is the Agathe I got. Very, very pretty. And this is that little 𝕮𝖚𝖚 I got. It is smaller, but 𝕮𝖚𝖚 are quite expensive. And I'm very proud of these two because they are really pretty. I'm gonna put them back in the shelf later. Anyway, you are probably here for the questions and answer thing. So let's recap the rules. I've decided to have ChatGPT ask me questions. I have prepared 200 questions, but I don't know yet if I'm gonna answer all of them or not. And I answer the questions if I want to answer the question, and if I do not want to answer the question, I am gonna drink. Okay, we're gonna start with channel and content related question. I put a little, just tiny prompt on ChatGPT, which was basically I have a YouTube channel. I make horror let's play indie game content, and these are the questions for now. One drink for good luck, and we're gonna start. First question. Why did you start a YouTube channel? Because I was bored, kind of. I have ADHD and I have a ton of hobbies. I like to essentially create stuff, and I like to touch a little of everything. I like to use polymer clay and drawing clay, painting, drawing, digital drawing. I've tried animation, I've tried many things. You can see a little bit of watercolor I did not too long ago here. It's a rat on a broomstick with a witch hat. And I wanted to try a YouTube channel. I mean, I like playing video games, so I thought, why not try that? Try to have a YouTube video. I know how to play games, film myself, edit videos, so I thought, why not try? I thought it would be fun, and it is. How did you come up with your channel name? I think it's a little bit cute and funny. When I started playing World of Warcraft, I made a guild, and the guild's name was 𝕮𝖆𝖕𝖎𝖙𝖓. So in English, it is the Kings of Rats, or the Rats Kings, because I love rats, and I think it has a really nice sound to it. 𝕮𝖆𝖕𝖎𝖓. I think it's cool. I loved that name, and I really thought of reusing that name multiple times, but since I am alone on my YouTube channel and I am also a girl, I am not a king of rats, but a queen of rats. What type of content do you create? I make let's play of mainly indie horror games. Sometimes I play more well-known horror games, but usually independent, because they are free or very cheap. Why did you choose to focus on horror games? Because it is my favorite type of games. How often do you upload new videos? With exceptions, like this video for example, I upload every Sunday, and it is at 11 a.m. in my time zone, so usually GMT plus either 1 or 2 if it's summer. Do you have a favorite video on your channel? I don't know. I really liked my video on another princess is in our castle, but to be fair, I don't remember every video I made because it has been 2 years now. But I liked this one and it performed really well, so I think it's a good video overall. What was the first game you played on your YouTube channel? It was an independent horror game called 𝕮𝖆𝖕. It was a visual novel, and I don't really remember the story, but I do remember that it had black creatures, silhouette creatures, in a mainly pink and purple world. Do you play games other than horror games? In my free time, yes, I do, but not on my channel. How do you decide which game to play? Honestly, mainly my mood. It depends also if I have a specific theme in mind, and I also try to vary stuff as much as possible. I try to not play visual novels, for example, 2 weeks in a row, or play 2 3D games in a row. But essentially my mood, if I spend a lot of time on itch.io, and I just check out games that look fun with just the title and the thumbnail. I look at them and I see if I want to play them or not. What equipment do you use for recording and streaming? I use a C910 camera, and I don't know the specific of the mic. I know the brand is �々, but I'm gonna give you the specific of everything here. What software do you use for editing your videos? It is 𝕮𝖆𝖎𝖐𝖎, the paid version. Do you use any special effects in your video? Other than the basic editing stuff, like the transitions and stuff? No, I'm not sure I understand this question, so I'm gonna take a drink, because what counts as the special effects? I'm gonna drink. How long does it take to edit a video? For around, it's an average, but for 15 minutes of recording, it takes around 1 hour. Sometimes less, sometimes more, but around that. So if I have 1 hour of recording, it usually takes me about 4 hours of editing. Do you create thumbnails yourself? If so, how? I do, and I use Krita to do the job. How do you come up with ideas for your video? Well, again, it's mainly vibes, like what's my mood at the moment, what theme do I want to explore, do I want to play visual novels or something pixelated. The ideas, it's really just my mood, and since my content is just video games, I really just have to find one video game that I want to play right now and get to work. I don't have to plan huge concepts, for example. It's not that deep, just my mood and vibes. What's the scariest game you've ever played? I couldn't tell you for sure, because I've played many horror games, but usually the dark picture anthologies are very creepy. And on my channel, again, I couldn't tell you for sure because I've played quite a lot of games, but 𝕮𝖆𝖕𝖎 is one that stayed with me and that I really loved, but it made me very uneasy, very scary. Also, all the games like assessment examinations, this kind of stuff, analog horror, make me a little bit uneasy. I think I'm starting to get a little bit unsensitized to them because there are many and I've played many, but they are still scary in concepts. And the first time I've played Maple County and Fear Assessment Examination, I was not fine. What game was the best storyline in your opinion? I am thinking 𝕋𝖒, because I liked this one. I haven't played it in a while, so it's like faint memory at this point. But I really liked the story of 𝕮𝖆𝖕 𝖚𝖐 also, but it is also a game that I haven't played in a while, and I really want to play it on my channel someday, so I'm not playing it right now because I want to keep it for my channel. How do you handle jump scares? Badly. Very badly. Now, usually I have the jump scare. I don't usually scream. It's just, you know, just basic shock breathing. I really hate it, so I usually need a few seconds to calm down. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan. Do you ever get scared while playing games? Yes. Like I said, it happens a lot with the analog horror genre in general. Like if I have to play a game that has a VHS effect to it, like for example, I haven't played it on my channel, but for example, No Player Online, this genre makes me scared, fundamentally scared. What was the funniest moment you've had while recording? I don't know. I know that I had some laugh throughout my videos. I think the funniest game I've played on my channel was the Siren Head dating sim. This game was funny as hell, so I would say just playing this game in general was very funny and very enjoyable. Have you ever played a game that was too scary to finish? No, but I have played games where I was relieved when they were finished, when I finished recording. Mainly, for example, my uncle's story. I can't remember if it was Story or Garden, my uncle's garden, but the one I didn't finish, and I did not finish not because it was too scary, but because I couldn't go further because I was lost. I could not find my way back to the car, and I was nauseous as hell, so I could not physically continue playing because I really wanted to throw up, and I was lost, so I didn't want to play this game for 2 hours with the nausea in my little tummy. Other games like the building something incident and Channel Infinity, The Sun is Red or Red Sun or something like that. These games I was so relieved when I finished them. I finished them, but it cost me a little. Do you collaborate with other YouTubers? No, not that I don't want to, but I have like 50 subscribers, so who do you want me to collaborate with? I am irrelevant. What's the best collaboration you've done? None. I don't collaborate, as I just said, so I'm gonna drink. How do you promote your videos? I post a picture on Instagram just a little before uploading, before the scheduled uploading. My Instagram account is linked in the bio, and again I post a picture of my makeup and like what I look like for the video, like 5 minutes if I can remember to do it, 5 minutes before the video goes online. Do you have any tips for growing a YouTube channel? Well, clearly, I shouldn't be giving you tips because, again, I have like 50 subscribers, so who am I to give you any tips? But I have heard from big YouTubers that one of the key, at least, is consistency. Just upload videos at the same time, like same day, same hours. They say that 2 or 3 videos a week is best. That's what I've heard, but I am not in the capacity to do more than a weekly video. So that would be my advice. That's the one I follow, at least. Be consistent, do the same thing at the same time, the same day of the week. Have you ever done a live stream? Did I? Yes, in my life, but not with this channel and not for playing video games. I did some other stuff, but not with this channel, not a horror let's play. What's the best part about live streaming? For me, and just for me, I like to live stream when I want to force myself to do a task. Sometimes it's finishing a drawing on my computer, sometimes it's just editing my videos, but it forces me to stay focused on the task. If I am live streaming, I cannot just randomly decide to spend 2 hours on my phone while the camera is live streaming to potential people. So it really helps me to focus on the task I want to do. Do you interact with your viewer during live stream? When I have some, yes, but I usually have like 0 to 2 people watching, and they do not leave messages, they do not chat with me, they are just here to watch me. How do you handle negative comments? I did not have negative comments yet. I guess I'm lucky. But I would like to think I would deal well. I had my first thumb down and I didn't care. I have heard many YouTubers say that the first time they had a thumb down, they were devastated and they questioned everything they did, and I was scared a little bit, but I didn't care. So I'd like to think if I had a negative comment, I would just not care. What's the best comment you've received from a viewer? Someone, I think it was under the Doghouse Let's Play, said to me that they liked rats and they were happy to have found my channel because I am Queen of Rats. And I told them that I had rats. It was 5 at the time, if I remember correctly. And the person was ecstatic that I had real life pet rats. This is also mainly why I showed them to you, because clearly there are some people who love rats and want to see them. Do you respond to viewer questions and comments? Yes, I do. Not all of them, because sometimes I just have nothing to answer, but when there are questions, I usually answer, and I usually at least heart the comments. Have you ever had a video go viral? No. No, I do not have that chance. Do you make any revenue from your channel? Absolutely not. How do you monetize your videos? I don't. Do you have a Patreon or other crowdfunding page? No. What's your advice for someone starting a gaming channel? Do something you like. Do not play a game just because other big streamers and YouTubers are playing these games. Play games that you want to play, that makes you happy. Don't force yourself to play a game you do not like just because everyone else is playing this game, so if I also play it I will also get views and maybe go viral. No, do something you like. How do you balance your YouTube channel with other responsibilities? I just don't know how to answer this question. Do you have any plan for future content? Yes, continue playing independent horror games. What's the most challenging part of running a YouTube channel? Being consistent. Sometimes I really have to force myself to say to me, like, it's been a while, I really have to record a video and I really have to finish editing this video like today because I need to upload this video today. And sometimes it's hard, sometimes I just do not want to do it. So yeah, I have to force myself sometimes to stay consistent. What keeps you motivated to continue creating content? Truth is, I love creating stuff. I really do. Again, I said it in the beginning, but I love drawing, sculpting. I made a lot of earrings since the beginning, a lot of them that you haven't even seen yet. I love to paint, I love to do a lot of stuff, and creating content is one of the many things that I love to do. And I don't know, I have a real sense of pride when I finish a video and I upload it on the internet, even if it does like 10 views. I'm just proud of myself for doing that. Category is personal and gaming background. What's your favorite horror game of all time? Darkwood. Darkwood is such an awesome, amazing horror game. I think it is just perfect. I just wish it had more replayability. It has currently 2 endings, but other than that, it is just perfect. I love this game so much. What's your least favorite horror game? World of Horror. I tried, but I just cannot understand this game. I just don't get it. I understand nothing about this game. I don't know how to play it. I don't know. So, World of Horror. Do you play video games outside of your channel? Absolutely, yes. I am a big gamer. How did you get into gaming? I was a kid, and gaming is fun. It's really not that deep. You give a console or a phone or a computer to a kid, it's gonna play with it. It's gonna find games to play with. What was the first game you've ever played? I think it was Driver on my cousin's PS1. Do you play on PC or console? Both, but I prefer playing on the computer. What's your favorite gaming console? You know what? I'm gonna drink on this one. Do you use a controller or keyboard and mouse? Again, it depends on the game, but mainly keyboard and mouse. What's your favorite non-horror game? The Sims 4. I'm sorry, but The Sims are such a good game. I love playing The Sims 4. Do you play multiplayer games? Yes. My favorite multiplayer game is World of Warcraft. What's the longest gaming session you've ever had? I could not tell you exactly because, surprisingly, I do not time myself each time I play a game, but no later than Wednesday, I played The Sims for at least 5 hours straight because I had the 5 hours straight achievement. Have you ever attended a gaming convention? No. Do you cosplay as any gaming character? No. What's your favorite gaming memory? I don't know, and I don't want to think about it right now. Do you collect any gaming memorabilia? Yes, I have a little Pikachu Funko Pop here and a little Rattata next to it. I love Pokemon stuff, and I have also, I don't have it at hand reach, but I have a Sallyface little enamel pin. What's your favorite game genre outside of horror? I think either simulation, like The Sims, like life simulation, or RPG, like roleplay, and I think both are really similar if you think about it. So yeah, life simulation where I am a character and I can do a lot of stuff. I go into adventures. Do you play any mobile game? Oh, yes, I do. Currently, I play, this is not sponsored, I play Adventure Communist, I play Coin Master and Royal Match. I used to play Troop, what was it? Troop something, I don't know. But they made a major update that sucked ass. Like, a majority of people fucking hated that update, and a lot of people quit playing this game, and I did as well. Top Troops. So if you also uninstalled this game because of the sucky update, you are not alone. What's your favorite game soundtrack? Sallyface. Do you have a favorite game developer? No. I love independent games the most. What upcoming games are you most excited for? I am always excited for the Dark Pictures anthologies. I love these games. I think with Darkwood, because Darkwood and Sallyface are my top favorite horror games, the Dark Picture anthologies, they are the only games that I always pre-order because I love them and I really want the director's cut. I want all the content of these games, and I am always excited and happy when I can pre-order the next chapter, I guess, of this anthology. What's the most underrated game you've played? I don't know. I'm gonna drink because I don't know. I said in the beginning in the rules that I drink if I do not want to answer the question, but I drink also if I just don't know how to answer the question. What's the most overrated game you've played? I'm not gonna make friends, I think, but Baldur's Gate 3, I did not like it at all. Also, Skyrim is, not just, it's okay, it's a cool game, but It's quite repetitive. Do you play indie games? Well, yes, you know that. What indie game would you recommend? 𝕮𝖆𝖕𝖚 is such a good game. Really loved it. I forgot, but you really have to play this game like blind. Kitty Kart recently was very fun, but a lot of the games I've played I really liked, so I guess just watch my videos, because I usually say after playing the game if I liked it or not, if I had fun or not, and what are the good things about this game and the bad things about this game, so you can make your own idea if you would like to try it or not. Have you ever been to a haunted house or horror event? Do the horror train at carnivals and stuff, does that count or not? Because if it counts, yes. If it doesn't count, then no. What's your favorite horror movie? That would be... it's a tie between It with Tim Curry and It with Bill Skarsgård. I tend to say It from 2017 because it's the one I've watched the most recently, the chapter 1, because I don't know, I did not like the chapter 2 that much. I think it relied way too much on jump scares. So yeah, it's chapter 1, the recent movie. But the one with Tim Curry is still top tier. I think in my heart it is. Do you have any horror book recommendations? Well, I am a huge Stephen King fan. I have a lot of his books. I've read a lot of these books. My favorite books of him and ever in the universe of books is Rose Mother, but I would not recommend it at all. It is quite a hard read. Not that it's hard to understand, but it delves into heavy subjects, and not everyone are equipped for this kind of themes, story, book. But I would recommend my second favorite book, which is Full Dark, No Stars, also by Stephen King. It was my favorite game for a long time before I read Rose Mother, and it is a collection of short stories, so it's not a full one story book. You have multiple stories, and I think at least 2 of them, the first 2, I really love them. Do you believe in the paranormal? Have you ever had a paranormal experience? What's the scariest thing that ever happened to you? Okay, this is probably gonna be TMI, but I had, when I was a teen, a surgery because I had scoliosis. If you don't know, it's when your spine does this instead of this. So I had the surgery, but there were complications during the surgery. I lost more blood than what they expected. It's not scary per se, it's a little scary to know, but I don't care that much because I was unconscious, obviously. But I also had a little complication after the surgery when I was very, very conscious. The scar that was supposed to be stapled shut somehow opened, and let me tell you, I did not have a great time, and there were many nurses around me, and I spent the night in the ICU, and it was a very scary moment. I knew I would not die, but it was scary nonetheless. Also very painful. I was alone, my parents weren't there, so yeah, it was not fun. Really not fun. Do you have any phobias? Yes, I have mentioned it multiple times. I have 𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚, which is the fear of amputees and amputation. What's your favorite holiday? Halloween. I think it's not a surprise. Do you play games with friends or family? Yes, I do. I sometimes play games, video games, but also like board games with my husband. What's your favorite co-op game? I had a lot of fun playing The Forest with my husband. Do you have any pets? Yes, I showed you the boys, my rats, but I also have a dog named Molly. She is a mini pincher, and I have her with me in the video where I play Doghouse 1 and 2. What's your favorite food? I am a very simple girl. I love anything pasta and anything potatoes. I love roasted potatoes and any pasta with Gruyere and ketchup. Do you have any hobbies outside of gaming? Many, actually. As I said, drawing and painting, with drawing either like physical or digital drawing, painting with mainly acrylic, but also watercolor. I've tried also textile painting. I like to do some collage, the stuff where you put little, like you glue little papers together to form something, animation, sculpting, makeup, basically anything that has to do with creating. What's your favorite TV show? That would be Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, BoJack, and Bob's Burger. My top three. Like, 3 would be Bob's Burger, BoJack, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Do you watch other YouTubers? Yes, I do. If so, who are your favorites? In no specific order, I love commentary YouTubers like Mr. Gigi, Danny Gonzalez, Drew Gooden, Soggy Cereals, Eddie Burback. I also love all the YouTubers that talk about mysteries and horror stuff and like Reddit, deep dive, this kind of thing. So like Rainbot, Nexpo, Nightmind, Nick Crowley, Scare Theater. There is also Soupy Soup. She's not well known, and she talks about horror games and analog ARGs, and I really love her. It's sadly one of the few women that I follow because there are not that much women. There is also some French YouTuber, mainly 𝕍𝖆𝖕. He's big now, but I've been watching his content for a while and I really love his stuff. He's really talented. There is 𝕍𝖎𝖑𝖎𝖕, Matt from Matt se fait des films, 𝕮𝖆𝖉𝖎𝖃, Mr. J-Day, Askans, Conquerax also. There are a lot of YouTubers that I love, and I'm not gonna list them all, but just know that my subscribed list is huge. Do you have a favorite streamer? 𝕮𝖆𝖚 TV, French commentary YouTuber, also streams on Twitch. He's funny, he's cute, love his content. What's your favorite book? I said it already. It is Rose Matter by Stephen King. What's your favorite movie? The Rocky Horror Picture Show. What's your favorite season? Fall, autumn. Do you like theme parks? Do I like theme parks? I don't know. It's been a while since I have gone to a theme park. In theory, yes. Like, if I had the opportunity to go to a theme park, I would take the opportunity. So, yes, I don't dislike them, at least. Have you ever traveled to another country? Yes, I went to Italy. Do you speak any other languages? Il se trouve que oui, puisque je suis française, donc je parle français. Merci beaucoup. What's your dream job? My dream job is being unemployed. What's your favorite quote? There are so many, I cannot choose. What's one thing you can't live without? Rats. What's your favorite type of music? It is rap. I know it's a little bit weird when you look at me, but I love rock also, don't get me wrong. But somehow my favorite music artists make rap and indie music. Do you play any musical instruments? No, I am not musically gifted at all. I guess it's the only creating thing that I cannot do. I love creating stuff, but music, I would love to create music, but I have no talent whatsoever. No music, no singing. No, just no. What's your favorite sports team? I have none. I do not care about sport at all. Do you have any tattoos or piercings? Yes. I don't know if that counts, but I have this piercing. I used to have one here in the middle of my bottom lip, but it hurts so bad. Not only my teeth, but mainly the inside of my lip here. It hurts like always. So I decided to get rid of it because I really loved it. I loved how I looked with it, but it was more an annoyance than anything. I also have, I almost forgot it, but tattoos. My first tattoo was an omega on my neck, at the back of my neck. Then I had this one here which says I'm awesome with a feather, and I'm gonna cover it next. Like, hopefully this year I'm gonna get it covered because I'm starting to hate it. Then I got this bad boy over here. I also have one at the top of my right thigh, which I'm not gonna show you. I have a matching tattoo with my best friend, which is a sun and a moon on my left hip. Then I have this cute little rat with a W, which is the initial of my very first rat, and an R, which is the initial of my favorite female rat. You haven't seen them in videos because they have been dead for quite a long time. And the most recent ones are a punk ghost with a red mohawk on my left calf, and this. What's your favorite color? It is black, and if you do not consider black a color, I would say purple. What's your favorite animal? I'm gonna let you guess. What's your biggest pet peeve? People who chew with their mouth open. I think that's one of the worst offense you can do as a human being. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received? Oh man, I'm gonna have to think on this one. I don't know, sorry. What's something you've always wanted to learn? To speak more languages. I would love to speak like at least 5 languages, like German, Mandarin, Japanese, Russian, Arabic. I love languages, and I think that people who are multilingual, like more than 5 languages, are, I want to say lucky. I know they are not lucky per se, because I know that learning a language is a ton of work. Really, really a lot of work and self-discipline. Something that I do not have, but I really envy people who can speak 4, 5 and more languages. What's your favorite way to relax? Usually to relax, I just either go on Reddit. I fucking love Reddit. I spend a lot of time on Reddit. Or I put on either YouTube videos or movies or TV shows on the computer and play a game on my phone. What's one thing you want your viewer to know about you? I am disabled. I am in a wheelchair. I don't think I've ever shown you. I'm gonna show you. So it is because of the surgery I mentioned earlier. As I said, there were many complications. There were almost no post-operation care, and I'm not gonna tell you all the medical struggle I am facing, but basically my back sucks. The muscle on my back are very weak, and I am in a lot of pain. I can't move my legs perfectly. That's why you probably saw them moving. Okay, I'm not faking, I swear. I can move my legs perfectly. My problem is my back. I can barely support my weight. And before you ask, no, exercising would not improve my problem. I've tried, okay, I've seen many doctors. I've tried. Anyway, so I can kind of walk on very short distances. For example, when I'm inside my house, I choose to walk because it's just more practical, just easier. But for more than 200 meters, I am on a wheelchair because I just cannot physically walk. My back just hurts too much, and just right now doing nothing, I am in pain. Anyway, so now you know. Category is intimate and personal questions. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? I am thinking of 2 things, and I think they are both at the same level. So I'm gonna tell you both of them in chronological order. Both of them happened because I was fucking bored, and both of them happened in middle school. The first one, I was in French lesson and I was bored out of my mind, and I don't know why. I could not tell you why. I had my hair like not tied up and tied, and I imagine this. I'm not gonna tie my ponytail, but just imagine this. I was just doing this with my hair, like separating the strands of hair, just doing that. And the teacher caught me doing this and told out loud to the entire class that I was counting my hair. So of course everybody laughed, and this was a running joke for a long time. And I was known as the girl who counts her hair. And the second thing, again, I was in math class this time, and again I was bored out of my mind. And again, I don't know why, but this time I could not tell you why I did precisely this. The first one, I was bored. I was just separating the strands of my hair just because, to have something to do, I guess. This one, I don't know what came over me. I decided to take my jacket and tie myself with the sleeves of my jacket to my chair. I was like at the bottom of the class, so I thought nothing actually, but nobody really paid attention to the people at the bottom of the class. So I tied myself to my chair with 2 fucking knots. Not 1, fucking 2, because I guess I was fucking stupid. And then the teacher called me to the board. So that was fun. I tried panicking, trying to untie my notes, and I realized at this point how fucking stupid that was to just do that. Just why the fuck did I do that? Anyway, I'm gonna let you choose which one is the most embarrassing. Just know that sometimes I do weird things when I get bored. Have you ever had a crush on someone you shouldn't have? Oh yes, I did. I think like many students, I had a crush on one of my teacher. I shouldn't have. Nothing happened. I don't think he knew I had a crush on him. Even if he knew, he did nothing. Nothing happened. Don't worry, just had a silent crush on a teacher. What's your biggest regret in life? Ooh, I'm gonna drink to this one. Have you ever been in love? Yes. What's the most awkward date you've ever been on? I'm drinking. What's your biggest insecurity? I am not telling you that. I am not drunk enough to give the internet some fuel. Have you ever had a one-night stand? Yes. What's the weirdest thing you've ever done while drunk? Answering weird questions. No, weirdest. Oh god, it's stupid. It's fucking stupid, and I realize now that it's wrong. I shouldn't have done that, but I was at a party, and there was a group of rugby men that passed in front of me, and I grabbed every butt I could grab, like a little groping. I know it's bad, okay? I realize it's bad. If it happened today, I would absolutely not have done that. I was a teen, okay? I'm very sorry. I don't think I offended anyone, but if I did, like offended as in the rugbyman there. If I did, I'm so sorry, but that's I just groped a bunch of rugbymen. Do you have any secrets you've never told anyone? Do I? I think I do. I'm gonna drink just in case. What's the most illegal thing you've ever done? Oh, I'm not telling you that either. What's your biggest fear? Getting amputated. Like the worst of the worst would be being an amputee from both of my arms and legs at the hips. Oh, that would be, I think, the worst thing that could happen to me. Have you ever cheated on someone? Yes. What's the most awkward thing you've ever done in front of someone you like? I'm almost done, I think. Do you have any fetishes? I do. What's your most embarrassing sexual experience? I think I'm gonna soon need another glass. Oh my god, I'm starting to lose my fucking words. Have you ever sent a nude photo? Yes. Also received. What's the longest you've ever gone without showering? I legitimately could not tell you exactly, but at least a week. Probably even 2, at least a week. Have you ever been caught in a compromising position? No. What's the most daring thing you've ever done? Do you watch adult content? Yes. If so, what's your favorite genre? Man with men. What's the strangest dream you've ever had? I was in a forest with my whole family, dogs included, not the cats, but somehow just the dogs were there, and we were all the humans. The dogs were like trotting next to us, but all the humans, again me included, were on a colorful tube, like giant tube. We were riding a tube through a forest, like the tube, a seemingly infinite tube, was like going forward, doing this, and my family, my close family, were just riding it in the middle of a fucking forest. Have you ever had a romantic encounter with someone of the same sex? What do you mean romantic encounter? Like a date, kissing, cuddles? No. What's your guilty pleasure? I eat a lot of sweet stuff, candies, a lot of desserts, especially the one with frosting and cream. Sugar is my guilty pleasure. Have you ever broken someone's heart? Not that I am aware of. What's the most intimate thing you've done with someone? I've had sex. Do you have any kinks? Are kinks and fetishes different? Are these two different things or the same thing? I thought it was like the same thing. I guess yeah, but I'm not sure. Have you ever lied to get out of trouble? Yes. What's the most you've ever spent on something frivolous? I don't know. don't know. Have you ever had a crush on a friend's partner? No, never. I don't have that much friends to begin with, but my friends and I have very, very different tastes in partner. What's the most embarrassing thing you've searched for online? I search often for either how to spell a very easy word, common word. I also search for some clearly obvious translation, like that's embarrassing how much stuff I Google to translate either from French to English or English to French, because sometimes I just forget my fucking own language. Like, I have the word in English, but it doesn't want to come out in French, so I have to Google the fucking translation. And the simple math also, lot of math Googling. What's your biggest turn on? What's your biggest turn off? Someone who wants kids or has kids. Like, it's something I could have the biggest crush on someone if the person tells me I love kids, I want kids, or I have a kid. Crush instantly off. Have you ever had an inappropriate crush on a teacher or boss? I already answered that, and yes. What's the weirdest thing you've ever done for love? Oof. I'm not gonna tell you that because I don't want to. What's your wildest fantasy? Have you ever been in a physical fight? Yes. What's the most embarrassing things you've done while alone? Oh, alone. Well, I guess it's time for me to pour another drink because I do not know how to answer this question and my drink is empty, so let's fill that Bible. But that bad boy. I'm just gonna do half. So, embarrassing thing you've done when alone? Okay. Have you ever ghosted someone? Yes. What's the most awkward text you've sent to the wrong person? I'm gonna drink. I'm taking small sips because it's getting hard. Do you have any unusual habits? Right now, I could not tell you. I'm sure I do. My husband would probably be able to tell you. But right now, the alcohol is starting to really take a toll on my brain. What's the most... Oh my god, stop asking me awkward stuff. Conversation you've had with a family member. Oh my god. When my mother asked me if I was a virgin or not. Oh my god, that was awkward. Also, when she asked me if I liked men or women. But yeah, the have you ever had sex conversation, we were alone, like just the two of us in the car. It was quick, but still, I still did not like it. Have you ever faked an orgasm? Yes. What's the most awkward thing you've ever overheard? What's the most embarrassing wardrobe malfunction? Oh, I don't remember if I had like a dress or a skirt, which one it was, but when I was in uni, I was walking through a street and I had my bag on my shoulder like this, and my bag was rubbing with my skirt or dress, which made the dress lift up, and someone had to tell me, I'm sorry, your bag is causing your skirt or dress to go up and we can see your panties. Have you ever had a crush on a fictional character? Yes. What's the strangest place you've had sex? Strangest? In a staircase. Have you ever been walked on while having sex? No. What's the most embarrassing thing you've done in public? I fell off really bad, and like I hurt my chin on the road. I had like a huge scab for weeks. It was ugly as hell and it hurt a lot. Like falling on like road, it's not concrete, like road, fucking road, hurts. And there were a lot of people surrounding me. What's your most awkward kiss? My first kiss with a boy, it was a schoolmate at the very end of the school when I was in middle school, like the last day of school, but like not really. We just had the test. Like there is a test at the end of middle school where I live, so we have normal lesson throughout the year, and then we spend like 2 or 3 days doing a test to see if we can go to high school. So it was just the last day of real school, and we had to see each other after that for the tests, and it was fucking awkward between us. Have you ever been in an open relationship? Well, I was, but he didn't know. Other than that, no. Okay, we have been to 150 questions. I think I'm gonna do 10 more. Just 10, and then I'm gonna stop and go to bed. Category is even more intimate and personal questions. What's your biggest fear that you've never shared with anyone? Lately, I don't know why, it's a very recent fear. I'm starting to get afraid of dying. I guess it's like a quarter life crisis. I was never afraid of death before, but I'm starting to get afraid of dying. What's after death? What will happen to me when I die? Stuff like this. And no one is aware of that yet. What's a childhood memory that has stuck with you the most? It's like the first one that comes to mind. I was at my grandma's. There were like my two grandmas and my parents, and I think there were some family members, but I'm not quite sure. I'm like 80% sure that there were other family members. Either way, they were all pretty drunk. I was like preteen at that point. And I was wearing a very tight top. I remember it was purple with silver glitter. And it was tight, and I did not own any bras yet. The way my grandmother's house is made, like there is the house, and at the back of the house there is a huge hill where she has her garden, and in front of the house there's is it called a terrace also in English? I don't know. And that's where my family were, like in front of the house, having drinks and having fun and talking. And I was on the garden hill, and I went down. I wanted something. I don't know why exactly I went down to them, but I went down to them, and when I appeared, my mother saw me and started to make fun of the shapes of my boobs. That was again not fun. My mother is such a fun person. Anyway, my own mother basically body shaming me. I think that would be a core memory for any young girl. Have you ever felt completely out of place? Have I? No, I don't think so. What's the hardest decision you've ever had to make? I had to euthanize 2 of my rats, but the first one took a toll on me. I did not want to do it, and I know I had to. And yeah, deciding to euthanize a pet is, I think, always, at least if you love your pet, it will always be a hard decision to make. What's the biggest lie you've ever told? I stole 4 euros from my parents. They were like on a table or something, and they were there, and I stole them because I don't know, I stole stuff when I was a kid. And they asked me repeatedly if I did steal them, and I swear up and down that it wasn't me, but it definitely was me. Have you ever struggled with your mental health? I'm still struggling, yes. I am, and I will. What's something you're deeply ashamed of? Well, I'm not telling you that. What's the most significant loss you've experienced? No, I'm not telling you. I don't have the hurt. Not right now. Have you ever felt truly heartbroken? Yes, actually, yes. What's the most profound thing you've ever learned about yourself? Somehow, I'm a survivor. Like, I've came through and survived every obstacles, every difficulties, every bad stuff that happened to me, because I'm still here. And like, when you're in the middle of it, you think that it's the worst thing that can happen to you, and how will you live with that bad thing that happened to you? And somehow you do. Some people don't, obviously, but for now I am quite a survivor. and I can make it even if bad stuff happen to me or the people I love. I'm still here. In what shape, I don't know, but I am still here. Well, I think that's a good way to end. It ends on a positive note. I like it. I liked that last question. So, well, it's been 2 years since my first video, so again, cheers to you. I don't think I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna ask my husband if he wants to finish it. But this is, well, the end for this year. Hopefully we're gonna see each other next year. Maybe I'll do 170 questions. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll do something else entirely, but right now I like this concept of answering and drinking, and I hope you do too. So my fellow lazy drunk calamities, I'm gonna go to bed and hope to not have a hangover tomorrow. And in the meantime, please do not forget to not like this video, not leave a comment, not subscribe to me, not share this video, and bye!